You sounded so Canadian right there, Zach.
You're rubbing off on me, eh?
It's fucking your internet's trash, eh?
Just a little bit there, eh? Oh,
How would a French Canadian say that to you?
I was trying. I mean, I was so excited when I got this, dude, and then like the first like month, I was like, "Fuck yeah, this is bomb!" Whatever, blah blah blah. Every time I ran a speed test, I was like at 490 down, 490 up,
like something ridiculous.
Yeah,
happens, man.
It does.
But I mean, like, I'm not coming in shitty, right?
No,
there's parts where you have, or at least that's me.
Oh, I mean, I shouldn't because my upload is still like 500 up.
Okay.
So I mean, like,
it's the download that's fucked, right?
Yeah. So like, you guys will skip a little bit to me, like, come in
because you're coming out so hot.
Yeah, dude. Coming out so hot, dude.
Dude, that's what it feels like with the new Xbox, bro. Everything is just so much fucking faster.
Yeah,
fuck
it's crazy.
You.
Why, dude? Why?
Because I'm so mad that
you had an opportunity to get that.
So then
you just deciding
he has to get it from Best Buy.
I got a $300 gift card, dog. Why am I gonna
use it for something else?
Apply for this credit card and fucking pay interest on it and shit like that.
You don't pay any interest on it.
Well, why would I do that though? Why would I get another credit card when I have a $300 Best Buy card?
You know why? You know why? Because then you get a Series X.
No, I mean I could.
We wouldn't be having this fucking problem.
No, this is what pissed me off, dude. So, Real Gentleman, shout out, Real Gentleman, hits me up and he goes, "Hey, Best Buy's got him, dude. Like, get in there, get on it." And I was like, "All right, fuck yeah, bet." So I get in there, got one, added it to my cart, was trying to fucking pay, but before I could pay, I guess they sold out or something, dude.
Yeah, like that's how it was when I was first trying to get it. It took a while. It took a few tries.
Scalpers, bro. That's what pisses me off, dude. It's fucking scalpers. It's
bots.
People buying them and reselling them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's people with bots that go in it. That's what they're doing early on too.
It's the same with the sneaker game, bro.
Same with the Pokemon cards.
It's fucked up, man. Because like, as I would like to call myself a sneakerhead. When you want to buy something new that's coming out, you go to the app. It's called the Sneakers app, and they tell you when the shoe's going to drop. What ends up happening though is you'll be in line, but bots will buy everything. Mm-hmm. You go to the resale website, and they've upcharged them like 100%. It's like ridiculous. Like it's so fucked up. If you're a reseller, you suck.
I just wanted to give a birthday shout out to my lady, my lover.
Oh yeah.
Happy birthday, Lori.
Happy birthday. Turned the big 21 today.
Oh, yeah? The big 21, huh?
Big 21.
You guys started going out when she was 11?
Yeah, when she was 10, actually, because it's going to be 11 years this year.
That's weird.
Oh, shit. 11. It's going to be 11 this year?
11 years, dude. 11 years.
Wow.
2010, big dog.
Same.
But I'll be seeing you on Saturday, eh?
I'm so excited, bud.
Yeah, we're going out to dinner for Lori's birthday.
Nice.
Me, Lori, Dave, Rita, and then her sister and her boyfriend. It's gonna be dope.
It's gonna be awesome.
That'll be cool.
It's gonna be dope.
When are we though? The three of us, the three amigos. More importantly, I love Lori. I get that, yeah. But more importantly, us. When are we gonna do like a mandate?
Yeah,
we've talked about it.
I've been pushing for this. We're all vaccinated. I don't know if we're waxed anymore, but we're all vaxxed.
No, dude, my underbeard looks just like this, dude.
The carpet matches the drapes.
Oh,
the from underbeard.
My underbeard, bro.
I wonder how bad that hair smells.
Yikes!
Nah, dude, I'm a naked mole rat.
They're completely hairless from the waist down.
Mm-hmm. Anywho,
you shave your legs?
No, fuck no. What the fuck?
Yeah,
anywho, make sure to follow us on Twitter at in the NTRL zone. I was gonna
right there if you need to.
Yeah, I was going
to read it.
It's right under my schnoz.
I was going to spell it all the way out. Then you can follow us on Instagram at itnz.hockey. You can also find us on YouTube in the Neutral Zone Hockey Podcast. And then also, too, I mean, if you play Xbox Sixes on NHL 21, you're more than welcome to join the league, NZHL. We're currently mid-season. But
season 5, yep.
season 5, you're always more than welcome to sign up and then
Or at least join the Discord. Get
in the Discord because it's nutty.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, dude. Just a bunch of
there's some days where it's really
bunch of clowns.
There's some days where it's really good. Some days where it's kind of ruthless.
Sometimes
most of
maybe
the time
good,
it's really
sometimes maybe shit.
Maybe shit.
Maybe less shit.
It's just a
Like
bunch
the
of
internet.
just a bunch of people like afraid to have conversations with each other because they're afraid they're gonna get dunked on, dude.
Yeah, no one trusts each other in that fucking Discord.
Nope.
All the walls are so up.
Fun.
I'm out there trying to have like conversations with people, like asking people legit questions, like, "Oh, where did this happen? When did that happen?" I ain't gonna fucking tell you.
I'm just scared to answer any of your questions because it's gonna end up with your dick in my mouth somehow. Like your dick ends up in my mouth and it's hilarious.
I got you pretty fucking good, dude.
The other day you got me pretty good. I don't remember what it was though, because you tried it again and it didn't land with anybody else. I can't remember. It was something about. I have to look in the fucking. Never mind. Carry on.
Was it Candace?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, Candace.
Okay, yeah, it was the Candace one, dude.
Yeah,
and we're talking about exes and stuff like that, and I was like,
one of my exes happens to have a name that's similar to that, and he's like, "Hey, Dick, when you went out with Candace this, Candace that," and I was like, "No, Dick, her name was Cassie." And he's like, "Oh,
no,
all right, I can't remember what it was."
And then I
was
said,
like, "Who's
no,
Candace?" I said, "Who's Candace?"
Can this dick fit in your mouth? Hello.
And I was like, "Well, let's find out."
Let's find out.
I can't answer that question truthfully.
I don't do that in public. That's like that's.
Hey, Dave. Never mind.
So lame. You called him. Is he supposed to ignore you?
No.
That's why
I knew I was gonna do it.
That's why
I had to do it. He doesn't know that one.
Well, that's why when anybody tries to do me that shit, it's like, this is fucking lame. You tagged me. Of course I'm gonna respond to you. Anywho,
still fun.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
When am I gonna get my Chicky Parm Boys tag? When can I put that up, man?
I thought you had that.
I don't.
No,
you left.
Yeah, he left.
You left.
I think I was hammered.
No, he was ruthlessly banned by me.
Oh, that's right. That's what it was.
Yeah, and I was like, "Oh, this bitch,
your tags.
This bitch is being a big old cunt again."
I was buzzing. I was on a good one.
Yeah, that happens.
You were just playing to the crowd a little bit, I think.
No. I don't ever play to no crowd, dude.
But yeah, I want my Chicky Parm Boys.
Don't forget also, I know you guys recorded yesterday, but Wednesdays.
Yeah.
Dungeons and Dummies.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was fun. I joined for a little bit, but I was actually on the way back from my dad's house. I was feeding the cat. So I checked
Why
in
must I feed the cat?
You guys, I was watching on my way home yesterday, and I thought I heard something called the Ed Helms, and I was like, "Oh, that's fucking hilarious."
The Dead Helm? Yeah, dude, that made me laugh so hard when he commented that, dude.
I was like, "Dick, the Ed Helms, this is dope."
Dude, there were so many fucking laughs yesterday, bro. Like,
I have to watch it from that point on.
Dude, there was a point where like we just weren't even progressing the story. We were all just laughing so hard. Like, they broke me a couple times yesterday, dude.
It's, dare I say, it's like the right person can do it, but it's not that hard though.
To break me?
Yeah, to get you to fucking uncontrollably laugh, where you're like festively laughing, like, like.
It takes a lot for me to get there. Well, it takes the right person. It takes the right person to get me there. That's
that the group is so good.
It's fun, man.
With bouncing comedy off of each other.
Yeah,
it's fun. It is fun.
That's cool. And I know Jeremy liked my gentle nerds.
Yeah, that made him laugh pretty hard.
Where'd you go?
I'm still here.
Oh, okay.
I'm just flossing my teeth.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but you're not furry pool host?
No, but it's just the default picture, I guess.
So I guess some important things are happening in the NHL currently, or at least this week.
Hey. That's funny.
So here we are, boys and girls. We are in the Stanley Cup final.
We are.
Oh my god. Can we go back and really think about who we thought was going to win the Stanley Cup this year. Do you guys remember your picks from earlier this year?
Absolutely, I do.
Yep.
Who did you guys pick?
I had Colorado Avalanche winning the whole thing in Philadelphia.
Yep. Zach and I had the same. Colorado versus Philadelphia.
Man.
Colorado made it, second round.
It's kind of cool, right? Like a Canadian team, first off, in the Stanley Cup Finals.
I guess they can get.
I guess we all. I mean, I can. Yeah, man. This is going to be a sweep. Even though I said to you, and you could show it to everybody, I said Montreal in 5, like a fucking dumbass. But I was also drinking that.
I want Montreal to win, man. I
still think they can.
I hate the fact that Tampa is $18 million over the salary cap right now.
I think at this point,
I just hate the fact.
You got to get over. Like everyone has, it bothers me too. But you got to get over it, and the teams that are playing against them just have to play their best game. I know it sounds so cliche, but it's so true. It doesn't matter that they're over the cap and they bent the fucking rules.
I mean, they didn't bend the rule. They did what they could.
Yeah, I mean, it is cap circumvention.
Apparently this was brought up.
It still is what it is. I
mean, they brought up this whole thing during the CBA last time, and the NHL basically said, they didn't want to make any changes, so it was up for the CBA, and they felt like they didn't want to make changes. I think Tampa. I don't remember if I saw an article that said Tampa brought it up and no other teams were really worried about it, or there were a very few number of teams that brought it up. And it just didn't go anywhere. And now we're here, and they're, Tampa's, I guess 18 mil over, but there were a number of teams that were in the playoffs that actually were a decent amount over the cap due to similar things. They just didn't have as many high profile contracts that, like a Kucherov. I mean, obviously Kucherov makes a shit ton of money.
And I think the Kucherov thing, there's layers to it, right? Because he didn't play the whole season.
It's an onion.
Onion. So let's peel it back a little bit. He didn't play all year. You know what I mean? Too, and I think it's just more dramatic. They're the defending Stanley Cup champions. It's your best. Well, I guess, would you consider him their best player?
Yeah, I think so.
I tend to agree with you.
All right.
A little bit. I didn't want to say that, but a little bit.
The only reason why I hate on Tampa, the two reasons why I'm hating on Tampa right now. Number one is the cap circumvention. I hate it. I think I trust me, I understand the argument that they were just using the rules that were allotted to them. I understand that. Doesn't necessarily mean I have to agree with it. And then number two, I hate that they are able to sign star players to lower contracts because of the income taxing. I think it's fucking bullshit.
I mean, that's deeper than. I mean, that is a.
I don't.
Yeah, but they also. I mean, as much as that helps, there is so much with the jock tax and everything else. It's not like they're making significantly more. They're not making significantly more. I mean, just if you're looking at contract value, when you just look at it that way, yes, that's what it looks like. But when you calculate the jock tax and where they live and all this other stuff, it really doesn't factor. Some of these people are, some of these guys play in California, but live in Florida or live in Arizona where there's no income tax.
I think all the dudes that are on the Kings live in Southern California.
Yes, but that's a choice. I'm just saying that there are people that choose to do that. I mean, it's in other sports too. In other sports, there are people that decide to live in states with no income tax because they get, even though they have all those other taxes, jock tax, they have to pay for taxes when they're playing in other states. They have to, they get taxed for that's part of the rules and everything. It's just the nature of it. They're working. But I mean, that's
I agree with this. I mean, Tampa would benefit from this, but I agree with this.
But what kind of reward? Because I don't get what kind of reward.
Longer term for shorter.
So kind of like NBA.
Smaller,
the NBA does that. You can.
Yeah. So like max contract, like Kawhi. If Kawhi backs out of his contract this year, the Clippers are the only team that could offer him a max contract. He would be eligible for 4 years, 200. And
Yeah,
something.
he could only sign 4 or 5 years with another team,
but if
right?
if he signed with another team, the team has a cap of where they could sign him. No one can go further than the team that basically, I guess, owns his bird rights. I don't know if that's a real thing though.
What's the franchise tag in the NFL? I don't know it.
I think, and it's something that a lot of players don't like
it's
to have
kind
associated
of
with their name.
Correct.
It's a way for, I think, teams to keep players that are on expiring contracts.
It is.
Who are high profile athletes, and so your franchise tag is a set amount of dollars, which is significantly less than what they would get out in the open market.
Well,
and so they slap you with it. People
that's not necessarily true either. The thing is with the when they slap the franchise tag on you, they actually, I think they make a significant amount. It's like the average or the highest paid or something like that of the position. There's some kind of calculation to it, but it is on the upper echelon mostly.
It's only a 1 year contract.
Yeah. It's a 1 year contract. The reason they don't like it is because instead of negotiating a long-term deal, especially this seems to happen a lot with running backs who
and like guys and stuff
who can get injured and are more prone to injury. They slap that on them. They get a 1 year deal. If they get hurt, now they have no
bargaining rights.
They have no bargaining rights at all because that contract, they get their money, but then I think there's also obviously injury. If they get injury, then there's portions of it you get back. There are risks to it for the team, but at the same time, it's usually the higher risk for the player to do that. It just depends on if you want to. It's one of those things where it's almost like a bridge deal in the NHL, except those are multi-year. This one's more of I'm betting on myself. I'm gonna get a higher 1 year contract, but if I don't play well or if I get hurt, I'm fucked. Is basically what it comes down to.
Oh, it's fucking scary, isn't it?
And that's why Le'Veon Bell, if you remember a couple years ago, set out when they tried to do that because you can circumvent it, but then that kind of backfired on him too. But I don't want to get into the NFL, but still, there are different ways to handle things. Yes.
Yeah. So back to the series.
Yeah.
I just don't think Montreal has the forward size to deal with the Lightning's defensive size, dude. Their defenders are huge, man. Yeah. They're all over like 6'1", 6'2", and they all skate pretty damn well, dude.
Yeah,
everyone skates very well in that defensive core. That is straight fucking facts right there, dude.
So if you live under a rock or you're just not an NHL fan and you just tune in because you like us,
which I don't blame you.
Tampa Bay is up in the series 2-0 after a win last night. Game 1, they basically ran away with it, dominated Montreal 5-1.
Did you guys know Victor Hedman is 6'6"?
He's huge.
That is frightening.
He's a fucking Neanderthal, dude.
6'6", 230 pounds. That is a fucking gigantic human being.
He's a galoot, dude.
My word.
Hey, he's not a tiny guy, and he skates pretty well.
He looks significant, and I always notice this too. He looks so significantly bigger than everybody else.
He does.
I'll still sock that in the face.
He's got a big fucking forehead, dude.
I didn't want to go there because your boy's getting there. I want to say that because you call me out.
But the crazy part about yesterday's game, when you look at this, Montreal completely dominated this game. Every facet of the game.
Oh, yeah.
They completely dominated, and they still lost by 2 goals. I mean,
they made some mental lapses, and the mental lapses is what caused that game for them.
Yes.
There was a week behind. I mean, I don't know what Joel Edmondson was thinking, but he kind of just skated the puck.
He was thinking that period was over.
Skated the puck back behind the net and kind of bounced it off the boards, thinking there was another defender there, and then in comes flying. What was it, Andre Palat?
Are you talking about the diving goal or no?
No, I'm talking about the other goal by Palat. Yeah, I mean the Blake Coleman goal only made it 2-1. So I mean, it was
that was significant though. That's the thing, is because that was the second period. That's the turning point for me actually in that game and potentially the series, because my usual, spiel is you're not in trouble till you lose at home, which is still true.
So true.
They can come out and win tomorrow, and and then they're back in this. But the turning point is that was a huge mental lapse because they basically thought the period was over. They had no chance to score. They basically made a lazy play at the blue line, and they I think it was, who was it that somebody stole the pass and gave it up to Coleman, and Coleman just dove at the puck, and
Was
he
it Fat
just
Pat?
was it? No, it was, I don't think it was Maroon. He dove at the puck and just got it in with 0.3 seconds to go. That's literally all it was. It was a lazy play. It was a bad turnover, and then they couldn't get back, and Carey Price had to try to make a desperation save, which obviously he didn't. And that was the turning point because you're giving up always. It's a huge turning point when you're giving up a goal in the waning seconds of any period. You don't want to go into the intermission, especially the one that's go-ahead goal when you're dominating a game. In the second period, I think they said they outshot him. It was like 16-3 or something like that. Montreal was just dominating. Like, it was unreal. Like, they were all over the puck. The only reason they weren't down was because of Vasilevsky. Vasilevsky kept them in that game. Easily, they could have been up 5-6 goals. But he was, what he has been the last couple of years. He's been the best goalie. He played absolutely insane yesterday, kept him in the game, and they sealed it. I mean, they sealed the game. And I'm not going to say they sealed the series yet, but it is going to be tough because when you sit there and dominate a game pretty much from start to finish, and it was a significant domination, like shots, time on attack, everything. And then you come out and you lose by, I mean, I know it's not as significant, but you lose by 2 goals and you only pot 1 when you've just, the shot disparity was just insane.
All right, I'm going to take the flip side of that.
Yeah.
I think that's a huge morale booster. That a team that you don't have any right playing in a Stanley Cup final, you dominated them a whole entire fucking game. And it was just mental lapses that caused you the game. It wasn't your defense. It wasn't anything. You just had a mental lapse. That's something to build on.
It is.
Especially,
it really is.
Especially for a team like Montreal. Montreal got here because of momentum, because of the thought that, you know what, man, we beat them this one time, we can continue to fucking beat them. So if they can come out and get a dub, what do they play tomorrow?
Yeah.
If they can come out and get a dub tomorrow and a decisive dub, I'm talking about they dominate the game.
Like a 3-1 game. A 3-1 game.
Yeah, they do the same thing, dominate, but they get
they actually score.
Yeah, I can see that.
That's going to be fucking huge for Montreal, dude.
I agree with that. Go ahead, Dave.
Do you guys think we learned anything new about the Lightning though? Like I feel like we've come to expect this type of play from them where I feel like I don't know if they get dominated too crazy that like how they were getting dominated in game 2, but that's some resolve on that side, man. Like
they bend and don't break.
They bend and they didn't break, and I felt like we learned a lot about that team's resolve in that game, considering how they were getting.
Yeah,
it goes back to goaltending.
Count on Vasi.
I mean, to be quite honest,
really can.
To be quite honest, dude, like the only reason why they were here is because of Vasilevsky. That Carolina series, Carolina fucking dominated them, dude. Like, for sure. Carolina fucking dominated them, but they got here because of Vasilevsky. Just making timely saves, bro, when they need those saves.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's the thing too, is I'm not disagreeing with you at all because I do see that there could be a morale boost there. But when I was listening to like even the second period, the second intermission, after Blake Coleman scored that goal, I think they interviewed, who did they? They interviewed somebody on the Canadians, and he just kind of sounded rather dejected. Like, he was like, we're going to come out. We just got to play our game. Forget about it, blah, blah, blah. But he kind of sounded dejected that happened. And that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to translate to the next game, because I don't think that they're going to be dejected. I think they will look at this, especially like you say, the Canadians. We talk about it all the time. Most pro teams are not actually thinking, oh, we're lucky we're here, or we shouldn't even be here. The things we say, but at the same time, the Canadians were not. I'm sure they were not thinking whether that's their goal, but they were not sitting here thinking they're a Stanley Cup final team, that they were going to get through the teams that they did. They knew that they're they basically have, aside from Carey Price doing, putting something on his resume that he needs to win. Aside from that, as a team, I mean, they really have nothing to prove. They were not a team that was expected to win the way that they did. They were one of the teams that, maybe they'll sneak into the playoffs, maybe they'll make a little bit of noise, but here they are sitting in the Stanley Cup final and just dominated Tampa Bay in game 2. Yes, they didn't come out with the win, but if their mindset is that way, and they do have kind of a younger team, with a couple of older vets, but they have a younger team that, hasn't, they have some guys that have been through this. So if they have the combination of guys that have kind of been through this, plus people with, a short attention span, and they're able to, forget about it. I think I agree with you. And I think we can see a competitive game. And if they get a win, they absolutely have to have this. I mean, I know it's kind of cliche, but obviously they have to have this game. You don't want to go down 3-0, because then you're really dejected, and you probably will get swept by the dominating team, or the better team, the more talented team. But if they can come out and start strong, or get that win that we're talking about, I mean, they're definitely back in the series, because they're at home. You haven't lost at home yet. Nothing to worry about. And that's the other big thing. Goes back to what you said too, Zach. Not only did they do that, but they did that on the road. So if they can channel that and channel the fans, it's a lot smaller of a fan. There's I think only 3,500 people that are going to be in the stadium again.
But there's going to be no Tampa fans up there, bro.
Yeah, no Tampa fans. All Canadian fans.
Canadians fans down in Florida, though.
Yeah, because it's fully open.
Travel, dude.
Yeah, we can travel down here. They can't. So I don't think you're going to see any Tampa fans there at that game.
I think for the Canadians, though, they need to come out. The first 10 to 15 minutes of Game 3 are going to be vital, and it's going to tell a lot about whether or not they can overcome not being able to pot enough goals to, especially with how good they've been playing.
I think
the first 10 minutes are going to be vital.
I thought in the game yesterday, what was vital is that they scored the first goal. They scored the first goal against Tampa Bay, and I thought that was key, right? Yeah. And I thought they were going to be able to carry that on. But after that goal, while they were still dominating, Vasilevsky just turned it on, took it to another level. It's going to be interesting, man. I think tomorrow they got to score early, and they got to fucking get Vasi out of it in that first period, dude. You need to get at least 2 goals.
And to touch back on what you were talking about earlier and some of the mistakes they've been making, they haven't been like – they're just little mental lapses, man. They button that shit up. We can be looking at a different series tomorrow night.
Oh, 100%. I mean, systems-wise, the Canadians have a fantastic system. They move the puck fast. They everyone is bought into it, just like Tampa has. It's a battle of systems, but I mean, also too, I mean, they do have the better forward core and the better defensive core in
that's
Tampa.
100%.
Arguably the better goalie. I mean, that's subjective on what you want to talk about with that.
I mean, the only thing I say about that is Vasi not only has shown it in the regular season, but he's shown it in the postseason and has a cup to his name. So as of now, I think he holds that.
Yeah. And that's not to take anything away from Carey Price.
No, not at all. I mean, I think he's a fantastic goalie. Yeah. The only problem he's ever had was his injuries.
Yeah. He is an elite goaltender as well. But
just gotta stay healthy, bud.
If they come out tomorrow and they get a win, it's a whole new series, man. They dominate that win, whole new fucking series in my book.
So so it changes the course perspective.
Hold on, let's see. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I can believe that. I can definitely believe that. I just don't think it's gonna happen.
Let's see. So I'm looking at the game. So there's so they play tomorrow, or they play Friday, then they don't play till Monday.
Yeah.
So game 4 is Monday. So if the Canadians win, there's still a chance that by next week we could have a winner. If not, it'll be the following podcast.
I hope it goes 7, dude.
You guys don't need me, right? You guys will still do it or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, you're not going to be here next week.
I will not. I'm leaving Wednesday.
Where you going, Chupapi?
San Diego.
Tell us right here. You don't just tell us.
Oh, I don't care. I'm going to San Diego.
Fuck yeah.
A whale's vagina.
I think it means Saint Diego.
Saint Diego? What?
Oh, diversity? I thought it was an old wooden ship.
No. Diversity.
It's an old wooden ship.
From the what era does he say it's
I
from?
can't remember.
I almost said Mesozoic era, and that's wrong.
Mesozoic.
Moving on.
Dinosaur. Yes.
Moving on.
Oh wait, hold on. Before that, so what do you guys think about how does the series play out?
I said
your
Montreal when I texted you before the series. I said Montreal in 5. We both laughed at it, but I was being really serious. It's looking like Tampa's going to sweep this series, unfortunately. After that performance and really bending and not breaking in game 2, that shows a lot, man. They're going to sweep them out.
I'm gonna go. Just because if I'm right, it'll be fucking awesome. I'm gonna go Montreal in 7, dude.
Oh!
Oh wow!
If I'm right, y'all can fucking just be on my nuts, just swing.
So I don't
be
think
on your nuts.
I still am 100% convinced that this is not going to be a sweep. My response to yours was I said I think Tampa gets this in 6.
Yeah.
That's still my response. I still think, again, they have not lost at home yet. I think they played fantastic game 2. If they can play that way, game 3, get a win, I think they win the 2 at home, and then it goes from there. I mean, I think Tampa. I'll stick with Tampa in 6.
Great question, Sebastian. I think Montreal is going to win that game 3-2. It's a 3-2 league.
Tampa Bay is going to shut them out 4-0.
Jesus. Now, I think they're going to do the same. It's what we said. I think it's going to be a 3-1 game again. I think Montreal is going to ride the play from game 2, and I think they are going to get the 3-1 win this time.
I mean, this is true right here. It's fucking stupid that anyone is still getting COVID in the NHL. It is stupid because of
the world.
How low transmission rates are in. Well, I mean, that's a pretty fucking weighted comment to make, Dave, because so many countries don't have the vaccines.
Yeah.
I said that wrong. In the United States.
Yeah. People getting COVID in the United States are fucking idiots because they don't want to get the fucking vaccine and stuff like that. That's fine. I'm not going to force you to get the vaccine, but if you end up getting COVID and you end up dying, that's on you, not anybody else.
Yep.
Just don't go to hockey games if you get COVID.
Before we move on to the other ones, then you mentioned COVID. Might as well say, Montreal's coach is expected to come back. Well, interim head coach is supposed to return for game 3.
Do you think that might have had an effect on the performance at all? Like where they came out really gutsy and they performed really well, but they just couldn't net, right?
Well, I mean, their coach has gotten them to where they are now, dude, for sure. I mean, and be that because of his inspirational conversations in the locker room or by practicing improvisational comedy.
Let's do improvisational comedy.
$35,000 for 2 tickets in the red section in an empty arena.
Jesus.
Just apply for a fucking media credential and see how that goes.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
It's me. What does he say? Damn
the media. It's me, the media.
Me, the media. You're not getting a fucking. You're not getting a media pass. You fuck. We can actually the 4 of us like. And
I've heard that you can do.
They've looked into it.
I looked into it. I almost got one for when we were doing We Are Los Angeles. We were gonna me and Zach. I applied me and Zach for media
Ontario
credentials for Ontario Reign. So where we and him would go to Ontario Reign games like 3-4 times. Yeah, for free basically.
Yeah.
So and then we would do like an Ontario Reign report on the show.
Yeah, that's cool. We should look into that next season.
Oh yeah. I've been thinking about it.
We should do it. I mean, we've been doing this podcast for 2.5 years now. So.
And I think anything over 100 episodes always gets you like good looks from like organizations.
Good looks.
Oh yeah.
Good looks.
The Sedin brothers were hired by Vancouver to be special advisors to the GM.
Hold on 2 seconds before you go on. Shout out to my beautiful wife, Rita, who just refilled me a beer.
Ooh, I thought you were going to say she just farted. I was going to say, that's awesome.
Yeah. You know what? So we went to the gym today.
Shout out to my beautiful wife who just ripped
ass.
She burned through that underwear with that ass. But we went to the gym today, and it's like a class basically. So we're doing stations, and she's behind me, and I'm doing something where I have to bend down, and I farted so fucking loud. So she didn't hear it.
Me.
The person next to me for sure heard it, and it smelled so bad because I've been eating like nothing but like broccoli essentially for the last like 5 days. Yeah, dude, it's bad. It's all bad right now. Let's not talk about this anymore because it's really embarrassing.
I mean, you brought it up, so we'll talk about it as long as you want.
You started talking about farting, and I didn't realize how embarrassed I was. It's all right.
I don't get embarrassed. I have no shame. I'll just fart in the middle of the store. I don't care.
Yeah, so I'll drop a little embarrassing tidbit here. So I'm used to wearing a mask in a store because we've done it for so long.
Yeah.
That when we're all wearing masks, I just rip ass in the store, like right in front of people, because like you're not going to smell it.
See your face, and you're not going to smell it.
Yeah. So I wasn't wearing my mask, right? And a little guy slipped out, but this little guy fucking smelled horrendously, right? Horrendous. And Amelia,
so dramatic.
The snitch of all snitches she goes, Dad, did you fart? And I was like, no, what are you talking about? But I knew it was my fart because I could tell by the smell, and I just let it go.
I'll never forget the first time you farted in my car, and you farted in your car when I was riding with you, and you locked the windows.
Yes, sir. I turned the heat up.
And I was like, it's hot as fuck in this car. It's really 100 degrees outside.
I turned the heat up, dog.
I almost threw up, dude.
Dutch oven, dude. Making me a Dutch apple pie. So anywho, the Sedin brothers were hired by Vancouver to be special advisors to the GM. I love this move for Vancouver because it brings back two of probably the greatest players that, besides maybe like Pavel Bure, that played for
Trevor Linden.
That played for Vancouver. I think it's an awesome move for them. It gets them into front office roles because now you know what they're going to be doing, man. They're going to be looking to GM teams.
I always like it when teams alum, especially guys who spent a majority of their career, in this instance, their entire career, that are actually smart. I like it when they go into front office roles like this, advisor. They get into these minor roles with the GM and they learn the role, and then they can put their professional hockey input into all these things. I think it's great, and I think a lot of good comes from it.
I agree.
You've seen the fruits of it too, because who's the head of our front office? Essentially, it's Luke Robitaille and Rob Blake, and they're both LA Kings alum, and a majority of the development team, former LA Kings players. I think when
it's
guys,
the culture.
Yes, that's exactly what I was going to say. I love shit like that. Good for fucking Vancouver. Good luck to them, except when they play the Kings.
Yep, I agree. Mm-hmm.
This is
speaking
cool.
of Dave Haxtell hired by Seattle Kraken as the head coach.
He looked really excited in the tweet, and they just looked really fired up. They're really getting that organization pulled together. They got a new broadcast team too with a former NHL player. I can't remember the guy's name.
JT Brown.
Yes, JT Brown. I mean, it's kind of looking pretty cool. It doesn't have that kind of smugginess that Vegas when they were coming in had. This kind of seems cool, like grassroots kind of thing.
Well, they said
JT Brown is now their.
He's there. I believe he retired last year.
Color analyst, I believe.
Yeah, he's their color guy. He's their Jim Fox.
Oh shit! Good for him, man. He's
Yeah, I
young
thought that was-
too.
He's
He's
like,
going to be with him for a while.
Yep.
Oh yeah,
And I think
and,
that's
and
the
he'll be able
idea.
to play to the younger crowd too, because
Yeah.
he's not an old soul.
And not
He's
to
not
get
a
like
old Homer.
No.
it too like into anything, but he's like a conscious thinking guy, and I guess a forward thinking guy, progressive guy in a city like Seattle. I think that's really it's going to speak
Well, I
to the
mean,
fans
he's
out
a
there.
minority, bro. I mean, you could say it. He's a minority.
Well, no, that's not what I was thinking. He's just
Oh.
he was obviously protesting, throwing his fist in the air and stuff like that, and it was, I
Awesome.
think it's a perfect fit for what they're trying to do in Seattle.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
we talked about it when they were doing. I think when they announced the GM or something like that, they had like a whole team that was kind of making sure they basically ingrained themselves with the locals and kind of saw what they do. Live the life. They wanted to make sure that a lot of the Kraken, the things that they do, played to not only, trying to broaden the fan base, but also hit home for a lot of these,
Yep.
Seattle natives and Washington natives, everybody in the Pacific Northwest. They wanted to appeal to that fan base so they can grow and have, a dedicated home fan base. They didn't just want to have a big, a big spread out
grassroots, baby, grassroots. That's what this is.
I like what
It's
they're doing
so
over there.
fucking cool, man. It's very reminiscent of the Oklahoma City Thunder and what they have over there. Not to change sports again, but it's very reminiscent of that. I feel like the crowd is going to have like this very college town, but like ramped up vibe to it. I don't know. I'm very excited.
I don't know, man. Everybody's pretty depressed up in Seattle. Dave Hextall just looks fucking funny with a goatee, though. I got to comment on that. It looks kind of weird.
Wait,
Yeah, well, he gets another chance to be a head coach.
good for him, man. Like I said, looked really excited getting off the jet, and I mean, you don't know what the team is just yet, so you can't really judge the coach pick right now. So
Yeah.
good for him. He's back. So
Montreal did win in Game 6 against the Vegas Golden Knights, and then Tampa Bay beat the New York Islanders in Game 7. What are your guys' thoughts on those series?
Yeah,
I wanted
just to go
New
back
York
to this.
Islanders to win for sure. I
So did I.
definitely wanted that.
I thought Barry Trotz was going to fucking will that team into the Stanley Cup final.
I mean,
either will them or have a heart attack on the bench. I don't know what's going to happen first, but
I mean, the thing was, is I don't even think that. I mean, it was the Barry Trotz effect.
Yeah,
really.
hell
I
yeah,
mean,
it was.
he has such a great system. I mean, they lost Game 7 1-0. I mean, again, it goes back
That's
to
right. I
Vasi
forget about that.
and not being able to. It was hand in hand. I mean, Vasilevsky has been fantastic, but also, the Islanders just didn't get the goal when they needed it. But that was a great series. That
It really was
easily
fun,
could have
man.
went the other way. It was a really fun series to watch. I also wanted I don't want to say I'm indifferent. My dad is an Islanders fan, so I was kind of
Nice.
pulling for them.
Yep.
But Tampa being in the finals doesn't bug me like it does Zach. But I was pulling for the Islanders, so it kind of sucked. But it was a great series. Jesus, it was a great series.
I felt like your cough blew me back.
I almost threw my ass back to the TV.
Dude, didn't you see my beard like fucking ruffle? Like I was like,
I was like,
God
oh,
damn.
it scared me.
I think Vegas has a lot of fucking soul searching to do, man.
You
They're way too fucking talented to be losing to Montreal in game 6
At home? That was at home too. Yeah.
No,
No.
that was
they
in
were the
Montreal.
home team. That was in Montreal. Montreal got the win at home, but Montreal won 2 games in Vegas.
I was in Vegas for one of those games, and it was the most depressing town you've ever seen in your life, dude. It's really
Good.
I mean, it was good.
No, they do. I mean, they do have some soul searching to do because, again, I understand they're a young franchise, but again, they were one of the best teams in the league all season long. They were a matchup nightmare.
They beat the President's Trophy fucking winning team.
Yeah, and you have
what you said,
and the thing
matchup
is,
nightmare.
Yeah, I mean that was Zach's favorite thing to say. They're a matchup nightmare, but they didn't get what they needed. And I mean, Mark Stone took, credit to him and not credit to him. He took responsibility as the captain because he did absolutely jack shit in that series. But at the same time, it's nice for him to come out and say, like, look, I played like absolute shit, blah, blah, blah. And he didn't even have any injuries. There were no injuries coming out of it. He just played like absolute dog shit.
I mean, like Nick Suzuki?
Hey, I actually wanted to ask you guys about that, about the Suzuki Pacioretty trade. Look, hindsight being 2020 right now, right?
Yep.
Do you make that trade today?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, today, no.
If you're Vegas, do you make that trade today?
I wouldn't, just because of Pacioretty's
Wait,
age.
or do you make the trade back then, knowing
yeah,
what
back
you
then
do now?
knowing what you know now? Excuse me, sorry, I got very excited.
Yes, because Pacioretty has still been scoring
Pacioretty's been
goals.
awesome for them. Yeah, he's played great for Vegas. I agree.
Yeah.
I think it worked out well for both.
Everybody.
Yeah. I mean, Suzuki's a young,
But the problem is, though, it goes back
reliable
to
player.
what Adam says, is they just don't have the center depth, man. Chandler Stevenson was their first line center when he was like a second line winger or a middle six winger for fucking Washington. That doesn't make sense to me, like, at all. Like, you've gone out and you've gotten all these fucking impressive wingers and stuff like that, but they haven't addressed the one need that they have, and that's their fucking number one center.
Still riding what? Paul Stasny?
No, Stasny's in Winnipeg, isn't he? Yeah, he's in Winnipeg.
Yeah, he's in Winnie.
Is he? Did he? Oh, he went back, huh? Never mind. Sorry. Because he went, yeah.
So did Cody Eakin. Cody Eakin went back to Winnipeg too, I think. But still, though, I mean, it boils down to that, is that they just don't have center depth.
Yeah, they don't.
They don't have the killer instinct that they need.
So
interesting. And the one thing that they also have that is shittier than everything else is they have Pete DeBoer behind bench bossing them.
No, you know what's shittier than that? Their cap situation, which is why they're gonna probably lose a couple of their key players, including like Alec Martinez.
Pete DeBoer looks fucking miserable he does not like coaching hockey.
He just always does.
He just looks like he hates it. Like, oh, why did I pick this? They pay good, but I fucking hate it here. I'd rather be an IT guy.
Speaking of Alec Martinez, he actually played through the playoffs with a broken foot, and he led the regular season and playoffs in block shots.
Are you surprised, dude, knowing what we know about him? Are you surprised at any of this?
Nope.
That he's gutsy as fuck. He's going out there blocking
he's always towards the top in block shots.
Yeah, man. This is no cap, man. That's a guy that you want on your team. I don't know if leading your defensive core, but setting a good example for other defensemen, young defensemen. That's a guy I want to pair a young defenseman with. Yeah, man. I'd pair a young defenseman up with him to teach him, put him under his wing.
I've seen some Kings fans wanting to bring him back, and all I say to that is no.
Nah, man, we're doing different things, bro. We're doing different things, and
bring everybody back that was on the cup team. It's like
you know what we're gonna do.
It's the same thing. Like Toffoli worked out fantastic for Montreal, but no, he's not doing that in LA because we're doing something different.
Yeah, it's just we do different things now, and that's okay. And we should see and be happy that they're doing great things over there.
Yeah, very happy.
I am. I'm for sure happy.
Yeah.
100%. I agree with this.
Vegas defense sucks. They depend on huge possession advantage as their best defense. You get the puck past their defensemen, and they're just average.
I mean, this is true. That's what Montreal did to them the whole entire time.
Well, you get the puck past most defensemen, and you catch a lot of guys flat-footed.
So I mean, who's your best D-man? I mean, is it Pietrangelo? I mean, Pietrangelo? Pietrangelo is more of an offensive guy. I mean, Braden McNabb. McNabb's not what he was the first year or two that he was with Vegas. He's more what we know Braden McNabb as. He's just a middle guy.
Yeah, a big body. Randy
body,
Jones.
Yep.
See, the one thing that like Vegas doesn't have, that Tampa has, is big mobile defensemen. None of Vegas's
good skaters.
Yeah, defensemen are excellent skaters.
This goes back to your point of Tampa having a really good skating defensive core.
Yep.
That's huge.
It's not looking good for Vegas coming up, man. It's just not. I don't.
By the way, don't read all that shit. I just put it in there in case we wanted to summarize.
Oh yeah.
I'm just not cutting you off. I'm just telling you.
I just don't see them. I don't know, man. I think that they've.
Well, they've ran their course. They're going to have to do something with Cap now. I mean, you have to figure out what the hell you're going to do with all those guys that are, like we talk about. The reason they're a matchup nightmare and they're in the situation they are is because they were able to come out of that expansion draft with a lot of guys that are, top six, basically top six guys from top to bottom. And now you have to address the cap. And you have to address, you've been able to sign guys. I mean, you signed up Petrangelo. You've got some guys with bigger contracts. You've got Mark Stone and signed him, which is, that was a great signing.
Signed Alex Petrangelo, which was a terrible fucking signing.
Yeah, but now you're running into cap issues. Yeah, now you're running into the cap issues, and you've got to, as great as they've been since they came into the league. That runs out when you have nowhere to go with cap and you have guys, even though they're top six guys. I mean, their values aren't like, top echelon players. These are guys that are they're playing well because they're surrounded by a lot of top six talent.
Yeah. I think what it boils down to really at the end of the day for Vegas is, and this is just my most humble opinion, it's fuck Vegas. And that's it.
Pretty much, man. Pretty fucking much. Moving on, the NHL invested $5 million to strengthen league through diversity and inclusion. We're not going to go through all everything in there, but the main bullet points. The money helped with inclusion, education, and learning experiences, workforce and economic diversity, multicultural marketing. So to branch out or just to market against. Hold on. Oh, holy shit. We don't have it queued up, you fucking asshole. But
no.
Hold on.
Okay, hold on. I'll send you the link.
All right.
No, I got it. You
got it
already? I'm already on.
Yeah. Hey, look. Here's my thing.
How's your internet?
It should be fine. My upload speed great, baby.
All right.
Yeah, we're flossing. Look, man. I like that the NHL is doing this. A lot of leagues talk about being about it, and the NHL showing that they are about it. But yeah, I love it. Invest all the goddamn money.
Dave, I'm gonna need your best Jim Ross.
I can do that. I can cue that up right now.
Let's wait for our mystery guest to get back. Well, not even really a guest, but he there. Okay.
Look, man, I'm pretty.
You tell me when you're ready, dude.
Let's go. Oh, I could barely hear. Oh my God! My God! Welcome back to the podcast. Everybody's Russian friend. By God, it's Alex.
Holy shit! Let's go!
Damn, Alex,
what's
on that
going
DSL on? Connection, boy.
What up?
Yeah. Big DSL.
Big DSL. We were just going over the inclusion points.
Well, no, we were just about to move into the cool stuff of next year.
Okay.
Well, how's it going, Alex? Before we move into that,
it's going, man. Boys. It fucking goes. What do you mean? How you been? You talked to me extensively yesterday.
I did.
I haven't talked to you since Zach's
today.
birthday.
And today.
Have you been drinking from your horn?
Right.
Miss you, buddy.
I have. Yeah.
I have been drinking from my horn.
I've been drinking too. Can you see that? Oh, you can't see that.
I need water.
Can't see that.
Caliban.
Taliban.
Come, Mr. Caliban, cali me banana.
I like the shirt.
Well, before you guys get started, I guess. Yeah.
Hey, what are you wearing, bud?
This is my my Beer Academy shirt.
Yeah, I like it, man.
Yeah. We're out of business now, but it is what it is.
Just FYI,
it is now.
I want to say this. I want to say this officially. The last time I saw Alex was on Zach's birthday, and we confirmed something that we've talked about for months, almost years, I would say. It is official.
No, it's been years.
No, it's been years. Alex is officially 5'9", and I am officially 5'6".
You mean Alex is taller than you? Wow.
100%.
I don't think those
100%
measurements
taller
are
than me.
accurate. You were sloshed within like 20 minutes of me getting there, Joe.
Do you want to know why?
Because you're like 30 pounds.
I had this. No, I wish I was like 230 pounds actually, but it's I was sitting at the table that was the only tables available were directly in the sun. So by the time this food got there, I was already red. It was fucked up, and then I started drinking, and then it was over.
We're talking about my birthday.
Yeah. But I was saying, Zach, I was telling him, Zach,
I feel like I need to drink now too, so I'll be back.
Zach, you can confirm this 100%. We confirmed that Zach or that Alex is 5'9", 5'10", something like that, and we did confirm that I am about 5'6". Yep, 100% official.
You were arguing with me the whole time.
No, I know, and I was arguing I was talking shit to Alex too. I was trying to hurt his feelings a little bit, but because I was like, you're a short little bitch, and that only means you have a small dick and all this other shit, and then it turns out that he actually is like a shoulder taller than me. It's crazy.
I remember those.
What do we got? We got some
Pink Whitney and Sprite.
Pink Whitney and Sprite and a chilled mug.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, you're serving that pink.
NHL 2021 outdoor games / All-Star games. The 2022 Winter Classic is going to be between St. Louis and Minnesota at Target Field in Minnesota. It's a 2021 reschedule. I mean, so that's going to be that's going to be fucking awesome. 2022.
Wait. Hold on. Are these going to be on time like they would normally be during?
Yes.
Okay. Got it. Continue.
Yeah, they're expecting a normal season next season.
That's what I figured.
2022 All-Star Weekend will be in Vegas at normal midway points in the season. And then the 2022 Stadium Series will be between Tampa Bay and Nashville at Nissan Stadium. So that's gonna be fucking awesome, man. That's gonna be
cool.
Nissan Stadium's in Tennessee.
Tennessee. Right? Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Tennessee Titans Stadium.
They'll have a little bit cooler weather up there, so that's going to be fucking awesome. I'm most excited for the St. Louis versus Minnesota at Target Field. I think that's
that's going to be awesome.
Same. I've looked at pictures of Target Field is absolutely beautiful.
Dude, that's my new New Year's Day like tradition, dude. Is I watch Winter Classic every year.
Awesome. It's the best way to start the year.
It is.
Yeah,
dude. Outdoor hockey. And you know what I love about Winter Classic is they pick cold environments. So it looks like winter. It looks like the season.
Like that picturesque hockey, ice hockey, pond hockey moment. You know what I mean? It's very beautiful. That's what they tried to attempt last year or this year. Weather was not permitting, obviously, but I mean,
it would have.
California.
Well, no, the weather was fine. It was their idiots and decided to make the what do you call it? They put the black paint on the ice.
That's right.
Like, there's no reason to do that.
Yeah,
like, why?
Especially when Southern California gets fucking endless hours of sun. Like we hardly ever have cloud cover. That's a fucking
the sun literally went down an hour and a half ago.
Yeah, seriously.
Straight up, bro.
It's true. Yeah, it was definitely after 8 o'clock.
I'm sure you guys started recording and you could still see the sun setting through Zach's window.
Yeah, you could. Alex, dude, what out of the 3 games, All-Star Game, Winter Classic, and Stadium Series, what are you excited about?
Oh man. What was the third option? Winter Classic, All-Star Game, and what?
Stadium
Series. So let's go over it again.
I don't give a fuck about that. I don't know, man. Winter Classic is awesome, but it's also like it's a tradition for me at this point. Shout out from Aaron, who just moved to OKC, who's texting me. I don't know, man. The All-Star Game's always All-Star Game's always the most exciting to me because I mean All-Star Weekend in general, especially with all the youth that's coming into the league. I like seeing the changing faces compete in the skills contest more than the game itself. The game itself is kind of a meh. Although the whole incorporation that they're doing now with it being unisex, or with men and women, Sorry, I've been drinking a lot. The fact that it's doing a better job growing the game now that they're incorporating different genders, and now they're thinking about incorporating different leagues next year.
That's
so
awesome.
I know they were talking. I know they had talked about. Yeah, I know they had talked about doing like a rookies versus like another competing leagues all-star team, like a DHL, because the NHL has a really good relationship with the DHL. I don't think the KHL is ever going to happen, but that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I feel like the All-Star game does the best job of growing the sport as a whole, and that's always the most fun for me to watch.
Yeah, because it's supposed to be a spectacle. Yeah.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
and picking Vegas. I mean, I understand the newer franchise, but that's a fantastic location for something like an all-star game.
Yeah.
I mean, that's great. That's a great spot.
And I'm also looking forward to seeing future Kings leading point leader Victor Arvidsson at the All-Star game next season.
Very likely. But how many players? Let's do a quick over/under here. What's the over/under of hungover players at the All-Star game?
I'm gonna say
at the All-Star game, they're probably gonna be drunk during the game. What do you mean hungover?
Yeah,
they're not gonna be hungover. They're asking to be skating around the ice.
Let's hope the NHL gives them like a solid 15 days.
You remember Ovi? You remember Ovi at the All-Star draft?
At the fantasy draft? Yeah,
his face was red.
Plastered. He was plastered. He couldn't talk.
That's what I'm talking about, man. You love to see it. You love to see it.
He's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be fun.
He wanted that Honda Accord so bad.
One of my favorite drunk hockey player moments was, it has to be Jonathan Quick swearing at the cup ceremony.
The first cup?
Yeah, the first cup. This fucking team, and it was like, "What? You're
dude.
drunk, boy."
You want to talk about drunk fucking like players? This is an ex-player, but Bobby Hull last All-Star game, dude. When
God,
Brady Bobby Hull when he was up there with Brady Tkachuk and Matthew Tkachuk, like when they were doing the skills test, and he was standing there just red as fuck, dude. Just guys.
It was when they were trying to sauce the puck into the net from the bleachers.
Yeah. That was a cool.
How many Bud Lights was that fucker deep?
Probably 18, bro. At least 18.
Yeah, dude. At least 18.
Yeah, he's a ex-hockey player.
Brett Hull looks like a fucking Bud Light guy. He for sure looks like
I'm hoping for a lot more of these new skill challenges that they've been doing the last couple of years. Like the obstacle course, I'm fucking bored with. I don't want to see it anymore. I want to see like a dirty
speed race.
I
like the speed race. Yeah, I like the race.
Me too.
Yeah,
I like the speed.
Yeah, I like the top speed. The slap shot's a classic. You can't not watch the slap shot. Accuracy contest is kind of whatever. Yeah. Brett Hull rubbing his nipples on camera. That's
the accuracy.
Again,
contest,
how drunk was Brett Hull during that? The whole finals.
The shooting contest I hate. The passing contest I hate.
Yeah.
I want to see these dudes do some other shit. I think Cole. Book it here first. I think Cole Caulfield wins the fastest skater next season. Next season also.
I don't hate that take.
I don't think that's a bad take
either. It's not a bad pick. No.
I can't.
Hello, Kitty.
Moving on. NHL participation in the. Where are we going here? Yeah. Hell yeah. NHL participation in the 2022 Beijing Olympics remains a work in progress, and time is running short to address issues concerning the league. Just some quick bullet points. The NHL will release the 21-22 schedule between the end of the 21 Stanley Cup final and the 21 NHL draft on July 23rd or 24th.
So like 2-3 weeks.
And as of Monday, this is what Bettman had to say. In quote, we don't know, in parentheses, if the NHL is going to Beijing as of right now, and that's causing us, in addition to consternation, a fair number of issues relative to getting next season and up and running. It's reaching the point where we're getting concerned about the impact on the season because of the uncertainty. So essentially, because we don't know, he doesn't know if we're going to participate or not, or what's going on with the Beijing Olympics. He might just pull the plug and say, "Nah, NHL players can't go."
Yeah, and I agree with that wholeheartedly. I think it's going to happen. There's no sense if you don't have your players' safety as your number one mission. It's what are we doing?
Well, remember, it's Gary Bettman. The reason we weren't allowed to participate in the last Olympics, or we as in the NHL players, wasn't because of safety. It was because Gary Bettman wasn't making enough money for the league as a result of them going. And that's why Ovi was suspended, because he refused. He ended up going, didn't he? He wasn't allowed to play, but he did end up flying out there in order to play. And the committee wouldn't let him play, but he had to serve a 1-game suspension when he came back for leading the team.
Yeah.
Because Obi don't give no fucks. Obi does what he wants.
Those are rules.
See, at this point, the league is making enough money where I don't think Gary Bettman is
Barry Getman.
Barry
Getman. What is your title of the episode?
Barry Getman,
I don't think he's worried about making money off of the Olympics now at this point. I think it's just
he skipped the All-Star game. Ovi.
Oh, that's
right. Yeah.
He still skipped something.
Yeah,
oh, I didn't. Is this the reason being? What is going on in Hog should not be ignored. I thought they stamped that all out and stuff like that. I thought that was.
Are they rising up again?
I know that they're arresting people left and right.
Yeah, and throwing them in internment camps.
Yeah.
Let's not go down that road.
No.
We'll save that for the next episode. That's the next episode of Zadmap.
Let's talk about something happy. A former king getting the bag later in his career. Wayne Simmons.
I don't know about it as a bag, but it's
it's a bag for a hockey. It's a bag for a fucking aging hockey player.
Wayne Simmons signed a 2-year, $1.8 million contract to remain with Toronto. I mean, that's good for them. They need grit and toughness in the bottom of their lineup.
And not just that, they need a flex top 6 forward because they can't afford to resign Zach Hyman.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
and a guy who can fucking throw his weight around too and not have any issues.
He fit in well there, and he didn't want to leave. He said that I saw his quote about them losing, and he saw they all saw everybody saying that they choked again and they're an abomination, this and that, and he just didn't want to leave his teammates, and he apparently wanted to resign and try to do it again.
He's gonna change his mind real quick, and Morgan Riley ends up in LA next season.
we'll get to that. Hold up. Definitely, I agree with your sentiment of that's a great flex top 6 forward for them because he adds good depth on the power play. He's a great front net presence.
100%.
Dan Granato was upgraded from interim head coach for Buffalo, so he's now the head coach of the Buffalo Sabres.
It's not going to matter.
I was about to say, they're still shit.
They're fucked.
How long does that tenure last?
Depends on how long the GMs, because if they don't clean that whole thing out, he'll probably be gone in a season or two. They'll blame him.
So ESPN released their hires. I'm not going to go over all of them. I'm just going to go over a couple.
There's a couple that I like right here. Linda
Cohn. No, that's a great pickup. One of them that I think is fucking awesome. Blake fucking Bolden from the Los Angeles Kings organization got hired to be a reporter for them. I think that's a great pickup. John Buchstrass is a great pickup.
Bucci Main has been doing this shit since NHL Tonight. Let's just give him a shout out.
Yeah, Steve Levy doing play-by-play is going to be fucking awesome.
Yeah, one of the best calls. He had one of the best calls I've ever heard. It was like a 3 overtime game, Pittsburgh and Philly, like in '99. It was one of the best calls. Steve Levy for life, dude.
Another hire that's near and dear to us Kings fans is Barry Melrose. Barry Melrose got hired as an analyst. Chicken Parm Ray Ferraro got hired. Love that.
Here's one of the biggest signings, though. Mark Messier. That's interesting.
I like Kevin Weeks getting on over here too. And the cool thing is he gets to do both. They said that he gets to do NHL Network.
He does NHL too.
Yeah. They're letting him stay. Yeah, so he's doing both, which is great for both. He's
I
really
like
good.
Kevin Weeks a lot, man.
He's
funny, dude. He's funny.
Weeksy has the best hot takes.
He does.
He really does.
And he's hilarious too, bro. Like I don't know if you guys.
He is.
He's so hilarious.
Between episodes or like when they're coming in and stuff, his reactions to like some of the goals and shit like that. Oh my god! Like I just love it, dude.
Here's the surprising one for that crew.
It's what? Go ahead.
At 70 years old, here's Chris Chelios.
That guy,
Chris Chelios is an analyst, and he's in his 90s.
he,
Oh my god.
you know what's keeping him
Crazy.
alive at this point? Fucking all
Hockey.
the cocaine he had, dude.
Yeah.
And everybody's talking about obviously the big omission of Gary Thorne, and isn't he like almost 80?
Gary
Yeah.
Thorne is damn near 80, and
Like,
he is the
dude.
Baltimore Orioles color commentator, and he's been doing it for almost 20 years now.
He is
Yeah.
73 years old.
73.
He is
Okay,
73. Yeah, he's
he's
old as
closer
fuck,
to
son.
70. Yeah, he's
Old
still
as fuck.
old as fuck. Like
I mean,
everybody's like, "Oh, son Gary." Like, yeah, it would be awesome, of course, because Gary Thorne and
I used to
Levy were
watching
great.
the I used to love watching the specials where the like 5 games we would get a year, where Gary Thorne was the head commentator and Jim Fox was his color commentator. Those games were gold.
You know what I love that I wish he could have got hired, but I think he like actually just retired for good. Ralph Stranges, dude. When he did all those games for Bob Miller, the year
he
that-
was good. He was
Yeah.
really good.
he is.
He's
He's very
colorful.
good.
It was very colorful with his use of the English language.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree. But
Yeah,
yeah, so it's
Gary
cool.
Thorne-
I mean, ESPN next season.
How long do you guys think that relationship lasts?
It's going to be indefinite
be
going forward.
Yeah, Disney's
What,
going to funnel
ESPN?
so much money into making that stick.
They're
gonna
not gonna
force
fuck this
the
one
NHL to work.
They're
Yeah.
not gonna fuck this one up. I mean,
No.
it's a 7-year deal. I know we talked about. I thought you were you.
I was here for one
were
of
on
those
that.
episodes, and I was kind of I was kind of skeptical because of the current roster they have for sports analysts, guys like Max Kellerman.
Yeah.
I like Max Kellerman, but he's a boxing guy, and I think he should just stick to boxing and not talk about just general
Other
sports.
things.
Oh yeah, dude.
then when
Fucking
he talks
Stephen
about-
You
A.
mean he's terrible on what's it called? First take.
Fucking
Yeah.
Stephen A. Smith
Stephen-
coming in and giving his hot takes on hockey. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
And what bothers me is the first time that Stephen A. Once ESPN got the deal for the NHL, one of the first things he has a show on ESPN Plus, and he did like a top 5 things that he knew about the NHL.
Oh yeah.
And one of the choices was that the puck, and I'm not, you can look this up. I'm not joking. One of them, it was either number 5 or number 1. He said the puck is black. Dead serious, dude. I'm dead serious. He said, and you know the puck is black.
That is a statement right there.
that would be something that Stephen.
I
A.
know
Smith
I say
says.
stupid things on this podcast every time I'm here. I know I say dumb things, but that is by far the most. That's like the dumbest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Well, it's not.
No,
No,
shit,
it's not
the puck
dumb.
is black.
It's
Oh,
true.
another significant hire in this hiring for ESPN is Hillary Knight. She's going to be an analyst. I love the pickup.
Yeah.
Love the
I do
pickup.
too. Yeah, that's great.
How
Moving
about this
on.
one? How about
Yeah.
this one for my
Throwing the
Latinos? Antonio Vale.
Oh, he's going to be doing
ESPN Deportes.
Yeah, hell yeah.
So
Love it.
talking about the NHL wanting to expand multicultural marketing, that's the way you do it. This guy's
Yep.
good.
Yep, love that shit. Moving on, RNH signed an 8-year, $41 million contract to remain with Edmonton. That is a terrible fucking deal for Edmonton. And maybe
Terrible.
Let's sign more forwards, guys.
it's not even it's not so much
What's
the
the
dollar amount,
AAV on that?
it's the fucking term, bro.
Yeah.
8 years.
8
8 years, you're
years.
stuck in that shithole.
Yeah, that was.
You're
that was
stuck
a
in that
bit
hole
rough.
for $5 million a year, by the way. So
Yeah.
that deal gets
He's already
progressively worse.
28.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
dumb. But then again, it goes
Yeah,
back
they
to
signed him
Edmonton
for
just
three-
signing, more forwards and not addressing the
But
needs
here's
they actually
here's
need
the
to.
crazy thing is 2 weeks ago, all the analysts were saying that this signing was impossible. Like they were
Yeah.
too far apart. Edmonton didn't want to spend the money, and Edmonton just fucking buckled. And guess what? Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl, anyone they've drafted that's of any worth at all. There go your Stanley Cup chances for the next 8 years.
That's
Connor-
your lineup
watch Connor-
for the next 8 years. I got to take a piss.
Yep. Watch Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl retire without ever having won a Stanley Cup
It's sad, isn't
because
it?
of signings like this.
It's fucking sad. It's fucking.
It is. It's sad.
It's just so terrible, dude.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
know
terrible
what-
team management.
But who's their GM now? Who's their GM now? It's not Chiarelli got the can.
Yeah,
Charlie got the can.
Ken Holland.
Ken Holland,
It is Ken
what
Holland.
are you doing? What are you doing, dude? Oh, I know you can't just let RNH walk, but you don't send him for fucking.
He was on vacation in California and he hit up a really good dispensary. That's what happened.
Yeah.
That had to have
Facts.
been what happened.
Hard facts.
That is just a terrible fucking signing. Speaking of ESPN, the 2021 NHL expansion draft will be broadcast on Wednesday, July 21st at 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN2 in the U.S. and Sportsnet and Sportsnet Now in Canada. It's going to be live from Seattle. It's going to be hosted by Chris Fowler. Yes! Yes, dude.
I'm not playing anymore, dude.
We're just talking about the expansion
Where'd
draft.
that fucking idiot go?
I don't know, but he'll be back.
Probably got to do something.
He's gonna go jerk it real quick in the bathroom.
Fowler's going to be joined by Dominic Moore, and then Kevin Weeks is going to be joining him as well. So that's awesome, man. I think it's fucking
NHL
dope,
Network and Hockey Night in Canada.
Yeah, that's dope, dude.
That's
I
important.
think ESPN2, the expansion draft is going to be on ESPN2.
Really?
Yeah, dude. After the Stanley Cup final, that's it for everyone.
It's Edmonton or ESPN. Jesus, now Edmonton's
You know what?
in my head.
I'm actually starting to get really excited for this relationship. Like
Yeah.
I said, I really wasn't excited just because of how it used to go, and he's back.
It's good for you.
Not really. I
You're
will
gonna
be
leave.
back next week. Yeah.
Next
Thursday.
Next week.
All right,
Yeah,
But
man.
for now, I
Yeah.
got
welcome back.
escrow closed, so we gotta figure out.
Oh,
Thank
nice.
you.
Congratulations, brother.
Congratulations, dude.
We'll see
Happy-
you. Well, we'll see you
Love-
before next week, but see you next week.
Yeah.
Love
yeah,
you,
yeah.
Chupapi.
Yeah,
Good for him, man.
Yeah,
that's
good
awesome.
shit.
So yeah, expansion draft ESPN2. It's gonna be fucking dope. Make sure to tune in 8 p.m. Eastern, so 5 p.m. Pacific. Wednesday, July 21st. That's gonna be fucking dope. Can't wait to watch that.
That's gonna be awesome. That is gonna be
First round of the 2021 NHL draft will be broadcasted on Friday, July 23rd, 8 p.m. Eastern, ESPN2, and it's going to be live from the NHL Network studios. And
Dude, it's gonna be so easy. This is the thing. Like, I like this one because it's huge because NHL Network I usually have access to, but ever since we moved, we just didn't get the package that has NHL Network, which is unfortunate because I always, I usually pull it up. I could stream whatever, so it's not that big a deal. But just making it so easy for us to watch because ESPN is pretty much on every basic package, no matter what you have. You can get it stream-wise. You can get it on the most basic of your cable packages if you do that. So it's going to be so easy for us to watch shit.
Love it. So are they going to be doing it the same way that they did last year with like the prospects and stuff like that? They're not going to be all together?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I would assume not because you're going to have a lot of prospects that are from like, Canada, other countries, US. I mean, a lot of them have different,
protocols and shit.
Protocols and stuff
That's
right
true.
now. So
That's
I would
true.
assume. But that's a good question. I want to actually look that up. NHL draft 2021. What would I look at? Attendance?
Live attendance, maybe? I doubt it.
Yeah, I would doubt it too.
Yeah, I doubt it.
You're making sucking noises over there, somebody.
Guck, guck, guck.
Gluck, gluck. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
A surprise rumor: Freddie Anderson and Toronto have mutual interest in return. Terrible idea, Toronto. Terrible idea. He wasn't good in Anaheim, and he hasn't been good for you there.
And Jack Campbell completely willed them to where they were.
Yep.
And let's not do that anymore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, not everyone can be as smart as us, guys.
The Whalers aren't.
Jonathan Tay's plans on returning next season for Chicago
Good for
after
him.
chronic immune response syndrome. Dude.
Good for
The
him.
Hawks struggled without him. The Hawks are going to be a completely different team with him back, dude. Completely different team.
I agree.
I don't know how
it's,
good they're going to
it's really
be. But...
scary what he was going through. I think I don't know too much about it, but
yeah, I think they're actually doing they did an interview or something that maybe we can look into. But I know they were asking. I saw something about people asking him questions. You know, like did it have anything to do with COVID? Were you even, or was it something like he was even more scared about COVID because of the disease? Because if he got and his immune system's all fucked up, I mean.
Yeah, that could be very detrimental to him.
Like, I get, it's super scary. If you come back, then I say come back. But, I mean, if there's any apprehension, he's not going to do any good for the Hawks.
Yeah, he's still getting paid, dude. He's still getting paid.
Regardless of all of it.
Obviously, he wants to play, but...
This is also true. I forgot about that. Him coming back would be a new contract, so he'd have to agree. He would have to take a significant pay cut because you cannot have him making what he's making now and be a backup.
Jack Eichel and the Buffalo Sabres are moving toward a solution regarding treatment for the center's injured neck. His agent
ongoing.
Yep, his agent told the Associated Press on Thursday. The Sabres captain and Buffalo have not agreed on treatment for a herniated disc that ended a season in March. Eichel has expressed interest in surgery. The Sabres have said that their doctors aren't comfortable with a procedure that has not been performed on an NHL player, preferring an approach of rest and rehab. Yeah, man, surgery on backs and necks just isn't the greatest thing to do. It's never 100%, dude. It's never 100%.
None of this is 100%, regardless of how you go about it.
No, you know what's almost damn near 100%? Chiropractic, rest, rehab.
I don't know if I believe up in chiropractors like that, but I think if the ability to have a very talented surgeon work on your neck, I think you take that chance. Honestly, you look at guys like Peyton Manning. I'm not trying to take it to another sport, but I kind of have to because this is unheard of in the NHL.
Bro, have you seen the way that he turns when he looks? It goes like this.
Yeah. Who, Peyton?
Yeah.
I think there's
he
like
can't turn his neck.
I think that's more so because his fucking forehead is huge.
Yeah.
Probably weighs a lot.
I think in this instance, it's instance. Sorry, I fucking had a stroke. I think you let the player who's your franchise guy make that type of decision. It's his body.
He ain't the franchise anymore because they're looking to move his ass. So this adds another wrinkle into the whole thing.
Yeah,
it really does.
They still haven't figured this out. They're still battling on which direction they're going to go. All the while, there's the trade rumor is very abundantly clear that seems to be the direction this is going.
But so, at the end of the day, the only one that has it's Buffalo. They only have their best interest at mind at this point. They don't really.
Yeah, of course.
They're looking at it like, how are we going to be okay with this?
They don't want him to get surgery because that's going to lower his trade value too.
Yeah, and it keeps him on for another year where you could probably get away with trading him now. You know what I mean? Or however it works out. Yeah, I don't know, man.
It's somebody with back issues and have seen doctors about it and stuff like that. They always say surgery is the last resort, dude.
Are you a professional athlete?
Yes, I am actually. I'm a professional eater. Thank you very much, dude.
That's kind of fucked up.
Same.
I like to eat, but I mean, it's a lot more green things on my plate now. I hate it. I weighed myself the other day, and I was like, "Whoa!"
I'm not even stepping on one. Fuck
I'm
that.
Dying. I'm gonna die if I keep this lifestyle up.
I don't hate myself enough to just eat only green things.
Yeah, I don't either. That's my problem. But
it's green things that are covered in salt and garlic and butter. So is it really that much better? Nah,
no, they're not. I'm scouting against other shit, probably.
Hey, shout out to the homie Stephen Ferriccioli.
Chicken bar boy.
Toscana. Anyway, he's been fucking hilarious this whole time that we've been doing this podcast. He's been saying funny shit. Shout out to Stephen Ferriccioli.
Ferriccioli.
You know, because none of us are Italian.
Torini, hired by Arizona as their head coach. That's a headline.
That's a headline.
Hey, Zach, you know what that is?
That's a note.
That's a head coaching choice. That's That's a choice of head
That's a
coach right
choice.
there. You pick somebody.
That is a choice. That is a choice.
You had a
Um,
vacancy and you pick someone. That's what
and-
this is.
In some news about an absolute fleecing and butt fucking.
Well,
I don't want to. I was going
I
to
don't
say
wanna-
a really
I don't
bad
wanna-
Trevor Bauer joke right now, but continue.
yeah.
Continue. Go ahead and say what you're going to say.
Yeah.
Zach. Everyone gets it. Go ahead and say what you're going to say. Zach. Go ahead. Say it. I already said what I said, dude. Just
I
say the headline.
I got to correct you, though. I don't think that we should be making light of stuff like that. No.
Okay, fair enough. Bad joke on my end. Low hanging fruit, but they was still really funny.
You had to take it there, dude. You had to think of that.
No,
Anywho,
no. I saw. Well,
Anywho,
you said butt fucking and fleecing.
Anywho.
First thing I thought of was Trevor Bauer.
Sorry.
And he fucking
He goes again.
and he fucking doubles down on it. Bye. Are you ready to be a big boy now?
Well, yeah, I was just telling you what I thought.
Okay, but you didn't need to double down on it.
I don't know. I thought it was funny. Daniel thought it was funny. I'm
It
sure
was a
everyone. I'm sure the 6 people that are watching that kind of thought that was funny. So I'll take that.
Probably.
But you're right, Zach. It was a fleecing because I would have never thought. I didn't even think we were in the market right now.
Not for
we're in them.
Victor Arvidsson.
Well, exactly what I mean. Like, I just that was not something that you read on Twitter. I know
Yep.
No,
the
it came
rumor mill.
about this morning.
The rumor mill was kind of weak on this. I don't know if you guys. I stay on Twitter, that's why. So I didn't hear anything about this until this morning.
Freeman broke
No,
it,
I
yeah.
saw
Yeah.
this morning, and it was like, the Kings and Predators are talking about this, and it was like an hour later. This deal is done.
Yeah, they've been
Rob
working
Blake-
on this for 7 months. Like,
Rob Blake is keeping everything close to the vest, but I think this is a fucking fleecing.
It's
dude.
a great sign. It's a great deal. I mean,
can I play devil's advocate a little bit here?
after we announced that the Kings traded for Victor Arvidsson for a second rounder in 2021 and a 2022 third rounder.
None of those picks are the Kings, I think.
No.
Either way, a second
how
and
much-
third rounder. I mean, we already got the plethora of draft picks and
Prospects.
prospects.
In a weak draft, too.
Yeah,
This is also true. But Robert Genta made a point on the page, and I thought about it, and I was like, oh, it's kind of true. Arvidsson is basically a lot of what we already have, and in essence, right? He said that
he
kind
can
of,
be.
but it's like, does it move the needle?
Well, what he said also, I did see the comment. He said if he plays the way he has the last 2 years or a year and a half,
Yeah,
it doesn't move
Yes.
the needle. If he goes back to 2 years ago, with that
and
talent,
that's something.
then it is.
Yes.
It's a huge deal. Like
This
he was a point per game. He's only
Yeah.
2 seasons removed from a point per game season.
Also,
a new situation, new
provides-
system could revive that. Yeah,
he provides something to the Kings that the Kings don't have, and that's a shoot first forward. He's going to shoot the fucking puck. And even in his shitty year that he had, his Corsi numbers were fantastic for Nashville.
I have a hard time understanding Corsi.
Well, no, I don't want to say fantastic, but the Predators were better with him on the ice than they were.
Yeah,
without
I
him
did
on
see
the ice.
that. Yeah, they were significantly better with him on the ice.
But Zach, you said a shoot first winger. Isn't technically Martin Ferk a shoot first winger?
Yeah, but
How
Arvidson's
much
better
is he
than Martin
playing?
Ferk.
Well, I thought he was injured majority of last year.
Oh, he was, but
Yeah, but
Arvidsson is a
Arvidsson's
better than Martin Ferk.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, he skates
And
better, has
Steven
better
said
hands.
he's more creative
Yeah.
than anybody the Kings have.
I will say that Ferk has a bit of isolation in his game where he's kind of just prone and ready just to take a shot, where Arvidsson will kind of make himself open.
Yep. And he goes
I
to the
can-
dirty
yeah.
areas, man. I like this pickup for the Kings, but
I was
All
playing
the dirty
devil's
areas.
advocate on a shitty topic, so whatever.
what he also brings to the team, or what I was going to say is what he does is he actually
Lots of banners.
lots and lots of banners, but he also Yeah, even if he isn't hurt, you don't want Ferk in your top 6. I agree with that.
Like I said, devil's advocate on a shitty topic. Shut up.
Yeah, Arvidsson also plays on the PK. Arvidsson can play on the PK, so he's better than Martin Ferk.
Once again, bad take on a shitty point.
I think this seals the deal for Andreas Athanasiou, though. I don't think the Kings re-sign Athanasiou.
There's no point.
No.
Because
This takes his spot.
Where would you takes his spot?
Especially because the Kings are still in for like apparently a big name, potentially forward.
And defenseman.
They needed and a big name defenseman. This is going to take, as much as we enjoyed Athanasiou on the team and what he brought.
God damn, he's so fast.
He's
we don't need him taking
he was kind of we don't want him to take a spot from the talent that we have coming through the ranks. He would be taking away a roster spot of somebody we want to get time.
Alex brought it up earlier, and I thought it would be an amazing line of Arvidsson, Kaliev, or Arvidsson, Velarde, and Kaliev. I think that would be a dirty fucking line, dude.
That line would be like unleashing, like you got a basket of cats, and you just let go of the basket of cats, and they just go everywhere. I feel like that line would be like a fucking basket of fucking feral cats just going nuts.
I think that could be a terribly.
That's frightening.
Yeah,
it's frightening.
That would be.
Wait, who did you say? Kaliev and who else?
So
Velarde.
Arvidsson, Kaliev,
and Velarde.
And then you get a top line winger to play with Kopitar, top line winger Kopitar, and then Adrian Kempe. That's a good.
Does that team make the playoffs next year?
Possibly.
I think so.
Because third line, you run somebody like Byfield, Moore, and
let Byfield develop on the bottom 6 for a little bit.
And then the Kings are reportedly in on Connor Garland, maybe. So the Kings put Connor Garland, Byfield, and Moore together because Moore and Garland had amazing chemistry. And
they were writing about that. I saw that in LA Times that they had a very good chemistry. I can't remember what team it was.
The USA team.
The USA team.
Yeah.
What tournament was it?
Was it the WJC?
I don't.
No, it wasn't.
No. It was the one that just passed, like not that long ago.
Yeah. World Cup of Shitters.
World Cup of Shitters.
The World Cup of TCs and shit. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, man, I think I don't think the Kings are done. You can't judge the Kings based off of the July 1st roster. You're going to want to base it solely on the August 1st roster or who the Kings have August 1st. Kings are definitely not done. You got the draft coming up. Like we said, we know that the Kings are still in the market for a big winger. They're also in the market for a defenseman. So, obviously keep your eyes out for that.
Man, I feel like this.
No.
I didn't even see that. That bothered me.
You don't like Killorn?
I just think that this offseason is going to be filled with lots of trades. I don't know. I feel like a lot of pieces moving.
Draft, dude. This trade the trade the Kings made today was an expansion draft trade, dude. Arvidsson was going to be a casualty of the expansion.
Oh yeah, of course.
I get what you're
saying. Losing him for nothing. You
get picks out of it.
Lose them for
picks.
Poley got fleeced, bro. You got fucking fleeced. In my opinion.
I like to think that too. The fleecing comes on the third rounder part for me. Let's just throw that in there. Just there's nothing going to be there
Vegas
at that point.
Make it and is between the Kings and Kraken for the final spot.
Yeah, Sharks are going to be shit. Ducks are going to be shit. Flames are going to be shit. Canucks are going to be shit. So yeah, I mean, if the Pacific Division goes back to what it was or what it should be,
we very may well make the playoffs next year.
Yep, and you get these young kids some fucking experience, bro, and just continue to build. Brother.
That's the best thing you can do for a kid like Byfield. Like, could you imagine him centering a third line in the playoffs and in the first round? Like, that's huge. It's fucking huge.
It is.
And he's not even 20 yet, right? Like he's like 19. Yeah. Could you? Oh my god.
Definitely don't think he goes back to the OHL next season. I think he's.
I don't think that at all.
roster.
Yeah.
No.
He's gonna play the whole. I like to think he's gonna play the whole season in NHL next year.
Yep, I think so too. And he's not going to be a bust. That's for sure.
No, and if you think he's a bust, I'll arm wrestle you.
Okay. What are you guys drinking this week?
Is that what we got left, huh? We didn't forget.
No.
I feel like there was something you mentioned that I didn't put on here. When Alex said something, you said we'll cover that later.
Oh. A rumor on NHL radio that the Kings might be in on trading for Morgan Riley. I don't think this is the case. The reason being, the Kings are not going to give up a lot of assets for a rental. Morgan Riley is a UFA at the end of the 21-22 season.
I think Blake has made it very clear that
if he makes a trade, it's going to be for
like long-term guys,
significant piece.
Yeah.
Like like an assassin right now isn't the best thing for this team.
No.
Like going out for a guy like when we got Marian Gaborik, that was an assassin, I think, for us that year.
Pure rental.
Yeah. And then he stayed a little longer than we'd like, but whatever.
Yeah, because fucking Dean Lombardi. Hey, you played really well and we won the cup. Here's an 8-year deal. I know you're 32.
Here's 8-year, $50 million deal because I like you.
Because I like you.
Lombardi.
You're stupid.
Yeah, at the Kings, if and when the Kings make a move for a defenseman, it's going to be for someone with term or someone that they can re-sign right away.
Yeah.
You know what I would like the NHL to do? And we were talking about ways that like they can like involve different ways to deal with the cap, like a sign-in trade.
Yeah.
A sign-in trade. Yeah. I'll the way that it works in the NBA. I like the idea of having that asset still on your roster while you still have them, signing them, and then being able to trade them, like flip them to the team they want to go to or whatever.
I think you can still do that.
I don't know if it's considered in the same light as like a sign-in trade.
You know what they do is they trade them to this team first. So that
it's not a sign and trade.
And so they can sign him to a max contract.
Yeah, whatever the max is. Yeah, it's very strange.
I think personally, I think the Kings chase Zach Rowinski.
Yeah, I think big.
I think they do. Personally, that's just me though.
That would be big.
That would be pretty big.
Chikrin's not going anywhere. That's the heir apparent for OEL, man. So
and that doesn't even look good on a Kings jersey. Like when I think about it on the back of the that just spelling just looks fucked up. It's just I don't like it, and let's not do that.
Let's not do it.
I don't like him because he's so young but has such an old face.
Like he has a lot of tales to tell and shit.
Yeah, dude. Like he looks like he's 45 and he's only like 24.
Yeah.
I thought, he's like 24. Yeah, it's fucking wild, dude.
Yep.
It's crazy.
But back to the beer. My beautiful wife Rita went to Modern Times with her sister, and she picked me up beer. So this is the Caliban from Modern Times. Like I said, it's a hazy IPA. I quite like it. I haven't actually really had a hazy IPA since Zach's birthday. I've been drinking a lot of sours, man.
It's summer. Lots of sours are coming out.
Yeah, 405 North has really been killing it these last couple months.
I need some of those. You guys live closer to CBK, huh?
Yeah, CBK is Craft Beer King. Shout out if Mo's listening. I love your beer. I love the selection. That's where I get most of my beer.
I'm going to make a trip there.
Why don't we do a date? We should work this out.
Oh,
we already said That's the one, dude.
He did that on accident.
Yeah, but I give this a on the Daniel I'm about to come moan scale. This is
it's not a mean. It's just a moan scale. Jesus.
Well, I wanted to add cum. I don't know why.
Oh.
Because he's feeling abrasive tonight.
Well, I mean, Zach doesn't like a lot of the jokes that I'm telling right now, so it's okay.
So why not?
Because we are streaming live on the internet, Dave.
I didn't say anything to anyone.
We're not going to get into
just the internet.
Just the internet. No one's on the internet right now.
Okay. What about you, Daniel? What were you drinking?
I saw that. It looked nice, dude.
So I got this sent to me from John from our league. Juicy Pebbles. So the can, pretty awesome. Obviously, it looks like the Fruity Pebbles can. So Very, very good. Really happy with it. It's from Bolero Snort Brewery. They are located in New Jersey. New Jersey. So it's an IPA with milk sugar and lime zest.
Oh.
So it's really, really good. The only thing that I don't want to say, I hate to use the word, but the only thing I am disappointed about is just when, looking at it, you're thinking Fruity Pebbles. So you're thinking it's going to be a little bit more like
Fruity.
more of a fruity IPA versus, lime zest. But it was a really, really good IPA. It tasted, I tasted the lime zest. It was a hint. But it was a very, very good IPA. I would definitely, get it again if I could find this. But I don't think I can find it out here. He did send it from New Jersey or Pennsylvania, wherever he was at.
So no Fruity Pebbles whatsoever.
No. But maybe like the green, the lime one. From from the Fruity Pebble. But let's give this
shout
one
out
a little.
shout out to him because he's always posting fire, or at least what looks like fire, because we can't ever understand it. Oh,
Sensual.
I'm about to come with you, dude.
So this week, I had something. It's some water. The pH balance is
What did you drink this
fantastic.
weekend that you wanted to plug?
Is that your Stormtrooper Edition Hydro Flask? What the fuck's going on here?
No,
I like that.
No, it's just white.
That's
cool.
so sexy, bro. I like it. How do you keep it from getting dirty as fuck?
I don't touch it with grubby hands.
See, that's my problem. I touch anything with any. You know what I mean? Like I'll go for it with dirty ass hands.
So yeah, on the Moan scale, this water, I'm gonna give it a. I'm gonna shoot.
Oh, real quick, I put a sticker of you on my Hydro Flask, dog.
So stupid, bro. You're so dumb, dog.
Oh yeah, dude.
I love you.
I love you too, buddy.
Yes.
Anywho,
Hey!
Hey, what's up?
What did you
bro?
drink today?
you got any last words, you little
Beautiful man.
Last
beautiful
words.
man? Yeah,
Last words.
last words for the podcast, not like for like
Not
you're
you're
back.
gonna die.
Yeah. This is fun.
We just did beer of the week. So, do you have any
Snakes are shitty animals.
100%.
Yes, they
Kings
are.
are making the playoffs next season.
100%.
Your
You haven't
penis is
capped
hard.
that. You haven't capped at all in this whole statements. Like all of these statements, you have not capped.
Fight the power.
Hard dick.
And,
I have a buzz. No cap.
That too. I'm a follow. I'm a stack on that. That's all I got. Tune in to Dungeons and Dummies next Wednesday at 5 at 6 p.m. Yeah,
There you go. Beautiful. man.
that's all I got.
Can I see your
Also-
tits?
That's all.
Can you see my tits?
Yeah, you.
Yeah, Dave, you can see my tits. There you go, buddy.
Damn, there it is.
Oh yeah.
As always, you can follow us at
It's right there. Just follow the bottom. You can't read.
at itnz.hockey, and then on YouTube in the Neutral Zone Hockey Podcast. As always, you know what they say, boys. With that being said.